Functionally what I'm doing.
Months until I'm customizing my pussy lips. I'm very excited.
For fucking the giggles.
Yo, you ain't getting any candy for it, bitch.
I have 1 round left. Just enough for myself.
Hello.
Wow. Hello.
Welcome to the Camel Cast. We're gonna do this quick because we're late. Yeah.
I hate life. Kill me. Yeah.
Woo!
Let's start with weeks. Who's going first?
I'll go.
Robbie goes first. Robbie, go.
I've been doing a lot of work. Got trying out the Baldur's Gate because that came out, and I knew that was gonna be a lot of people were gonna be mentioning that because we all been playing. At least I know me and Rich have.
Oh, yeah, only you two.
Really, you guys didn't get it?
No.
I was pretty vocal about how I wasn't gonna get it
I'm thinking about getting it, but
until
I've
it
had
came out.
so many things that are taking up my time. I haven't done it. Yay.
I will buy it when it officially releases and it's not fucking early access, and I can just play all the acts.
Yeah, here's the thing though. So the early access was fucking 80 gigs.
Wow.
Okay.
Anyway, continue.
Otherwise, I read a little bit more in my D&D. Got some very nice stuff ready for sessions, and working more overtime. So I was able to put some into a Kickstarter for a new book I want to get.
Kickstarter, woo!
Woo!
Yeah.
Hope it's not a scam.
It's
You never
not.
know.
I have 1 book from the guys already.
Oh, there you go. It's not a scam. Confirmed.
Hey, can I point something out?
Sure.
Haven't we recorded like this multiple times when people are late, namely me, and we still record for like 2 hours and then we play D&D anyway?
Yeah, we do.
Isn't that like kind of normal?
It's fine.
Okay.
I would like
Honestly.
to not do that. That'd be great. Thank you. Woo!
Okay.
Woo! I mean, this is a short week. I think. Like, there's not a lot of news.
I'm just pointing out that we've done it before, which is why I didn't understand the conversation. But it's okay.
There's
Continue.
really no reason why not. Woo!
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 Welcome to the Woo cast.
I'm stuck in
Welcome to the
radio
Woo
announcer
cast.
voice. I don't know why. Hype man. Woo!
That's the name of today's cast, the Woo Cast. Woo!
Woo!
Be a little more creative. Call it like the Ric Flair cast.
There you go. The
There you
Mummy
go.
Cast.
Sponsored by Ric Flair.
Woo! Anything else?
No, that was basically my week.
Okay, cool.
Rowan.
Oh,
Wait a
no,
second,
eat the
'cause
fucking
it's not-
god.
that we didn't talk about it, and might as well talk about it because me and Rob were the only ones that have it. Baldur's Gate 3, early access, first impressions. It's fun. It's cool. It like I was saying before, character creator. I think it's pretty good. I wish there were more customization options for the way your character looked, but the options they have do look good. And then all the the way you build.
How does it work when you make a character? Is it like
Basically,
sliders and shit, or is it all like?
It's
what
all
is it?
just presets.
Oh,
Which I mean, it could change. It
I
is
mean,
an
I'm
early
honestly
access
fine
game,
with that.
but
I kind of don't mind it when games do that personally.
no.
Well, hang on. Is it the type of thing presets where it's like you just pick the entire head, or is it like hair, eyes, head?
No. It's face, hair, and then depending on like your race, like other like features, like tieflings have horns and shit.
Okay, yeah, that's good enough.
And eyes. But besides that, like the rest of the face is just standard presets, and there's not too many of them. I think there's like 5 or something for each race. I could be wrong on that. And there's not many voice options either. There's like 2 voice options for each gender, but it's early access. Maybe they'll add more. Who knows? But that's my only critique of it. Like I said, I still think it's good because everything looks really nice.
Yeah, it looks goddamn gorgeous.
I have not seen it on Rob's computer, who has mentioned that he's struggling to run it.
Yeah, upgrade time needed.
But my computer is handling it very fucking well and is beautiful. Besides that, with the character creator, everything is pretty standard, like true to 5e, and I think that's really cool. I think they did a good job adapting it. A lot of things are just straight out of the book, like straight up verbatim. And it's very cool. Like some things change. Like there are a few spells here and there that have been like worded differently, or has like an aspect of them taken out. Some examples, like the friends cantrip, which was in tabletop, it was cast it whatever, like advantage on like charisma and shit. It's like a pseudo charm. But at the end of it, they know you did magic on them and they become like hostile to you. They just removed that part from the game.
Oh, that's busted.
Yeah, so now it's just like you get advantage on charisma saves.
Yeah, it's a cantrip too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
Jesus
great.
Christ.
It's fucking great. Like mage armor changed up a bit. Mage armor used to be like get like a set AC or something, if you're a caster. Now it's like you just get like a +3 to your AC or something. But other stuff, it's like straight up like right out of the book, like firebolt and burning hands and guiding bolt. It's very cool. Class, race, shit's all the same bonuses. One thing I really like is they made drow playable because they don't have sunlight sensitivity, which someone could argue is a bad thing, like takes away some flavor, but I think it's cool. So you can play a drow and not be fucked in sunlight.
Yeah, that's nice.
And the critique I have on the races is that they made human just like not desirable, in my opinion.
Wow, so the opposite of normal D&D?
Yep. And it's not even because like the variant human gets the feat in 5e. So like there's only the one human. There's no like sub race for human. It's just +1 to everything. Now normally, like in the table, you get skill proficiencies and like languages and stuff on top of like your straight +1 to everything. You don't get that in this. You just get +1 everything. So take that now and compare it to a half-elf, who half-elves get a +2 to their charisma, +2 to any other 2 stat, or +1 to every another 2 stats, and get all the elf shit like Fey Ancestry, Dark Vision. Half-elves have subtypes in this, which they do in table as well, but it's like in like an off book or whatever, like a supplement book. So it's half-elves are very powerful.
Quite.
In my humble opinion, I really think half-elves are like nuts.
Half-elves are always nuts, though. It's not nothing new.
And besides that, I mean, yeah, all the races are pretty like standard, like right out of the book. Like mountain dwarves are still awesome with a +2 strength, +2 con. Tieflings have all the tiefling shit. Tieflings kind of get screwed. They don't get their racial spells like in the table. They get like one spell and it's kind of like a cantrip as opposed to like castable spells like darkness and what was one of them? It was like darkness and so I think Armor of Agathis, yeah. But that's not a big deal.
I was a little shocked because as I've mentioned in previous podcasts, I don't really intend to play this until it's full release. But I did go look at the store page to be like, I wonder if it's like, I don't know, cheaper in early access if I
Nope.
buy it now and then I just let it sit in my library until 1.0 happens. And then I get there and it's like, nah, dog, give us $60. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Yep.
I'll wait. I'm good.
Been playing the game. That's just with the creator. I like the creator. It's nice. Gameplay wise, and we knew this, it's basically Divinity Original Sin 3.
That was pretty clear from the trailers and shit.
Yeah. I mean, like, really Divinity Original Sin 3. Like, I think they even, like, use some, like, same animations.
I wouldn't be surprised.
It's like, you know, in Divinity, when you click the spell and you go into, like, the half-cast animation, you can just, like,
when you're
hover
trying to pick
there.
your
It does
target.
the same thing. It's
like
literally the same. But everything looks nice. Everything is smooth. I'm playing the Warlock on my playthrough, my first playthrough. I'm in love with Eldritch Blast. It feels meaty. Like the animation looks good, looks cool. When you hit the guy, it just feels like he's getting hit by force damage, and that's really cool.
That's always something I think Larian does well, though. Like even in Divinity 2, I feel like all the spells are very impactful.
Yeah.
So they're not shocking to me to hear you say that. I remember when I was playing Divinity 2 a lot, like back when we were like first started recording this podcast and shit. I was of the opinion that I was like, these spell animations and shit are what I wish like those new Shadowrun games had.
Yeah. Instead of
Just
the
like
just colored
not.
bolt.
Yeah, like that limp shit that those Shadowrun games have is really depressing in comparison to what Larian pulls off with its spells. So it's not shocking to me to hear you say that.
Catalyst, hire Larian to do Shadowrun. Forget Hairbrain. Throw him in the
Where's
trash.
Larian, do Shadowrun, please.
They probably would do it good. Maybe.
Probably.
It would just be Divinity, but with Shadowrun skin on
I'm
it.
fine with that. Listen, unpopular
Yeah.
opinion. I think those Shadowrun games are like 50 Shades of okay. Especially the first one. The first one is very like eh.
They're all right.
I'm fine with Larian becoming the new like BioWare. Like
Yeah.
that's they're doing good at it, and eventually they'll suck and make bad games and die. But not yet. Not yet.
No, you haven't seen the end of Baldur's Gate 3 yet. Okay.
That's
You don't know
true,
what happens.
yeah.
when
Yeah,
you
they
get
could
there.
suck now. You just don't know yet.
You could get to the end, you talk to a magical holographic child, and then you have to pick one of 3 colors. And you don't know.
That's true. I don't know.
Control the mind flayers, destroy the mind flayers, become one with the mind flayers.
That's
Oh,
what
God,
the
it's
3
happening.
is. That's actually the 3 is the 3 colors that you
Yeah.
get to choose for your ending.
No.
You hush your mouth.
Yeah, but no, gameplay seems fun, smooth. It's Divinity. Another critique, I mean critique in quotes. Not only is it Divinity Original Sin 2 in gameplay, I think it's Divinity Original Sin 2 in like writing, in the story, because it's literally the same basis as Divinity Original Sin 2. Like, you start off on a ship, you have a parasite in you, which everyone in the party has, collars anyone. Ship crashes, you start the first mission out of the tutorial on a ravaged beach. And then you go around and find the party members on the beach. Like, it's literally
Wow.
the same game.
Yeah, it sounds like it's the same fucking thing.
Well, that was the best part of Divinity 2, so... Well, I liked Act 2 as well.
Like, dude, I was playing and I was like, oh, cool, this is really cool on the ship. And then ship crashes and I'm like, beach. They really went outside their comfort zone on this.
Really trying new shit.
If it ain't broke, don't
Do
fix
they
it.
only know how to start a story one way? Ship crash beach? Like,
It's a pretty solid opening. It's almost as good as you meet in a tavern.
I mean, it's
yeah.
a classic for a reason.
Maybe that's what they're going for. Maybe this is the tavern scene. It's the beach scene.
It's like Bethesda always starting you out as a prisoner in various situations in Elder Scrolls games. It's Larian's version of it, you know. Always on a boat. Always wind up on a beach.
one day you'll actually make it to port.
And that's as far as I've gotten. Like I said, I've only done the tutorial mission and then got to the beach and was walking around on the beach. I'm excited to play more. It's gonna take me a bit because supposedly this is bigger than all of Divinity or something.
Something
Supposedly.
like that.
Yeah, fucking 80 gigs. It'll take me fucking 5 years to get through that shit. Game will
And
be out.
file size doesn't always equate to fucking game size.
Nah, I think they said it's about 20 hours of gameplay. I could be wrong on that, but I'm excited. I'm excited for other shit that's not in the game yet. Like no half-orc race. That kind of sucked. I thought half-orc was going to be in it. Maybe they said it wasn't going to be, but I don't remember reading about it.
Have they said that there's like basic like character creation stuff that will be added?
They
Or is,
honestly
like,
don't
what's-
do a lot of reading about the game. So, I don't know. I just know that there's no half-orc in the game. There's no Dragonborn in the game. And I really want Dragonborn in the game. And they better give it to me because it's a fucking core race in the 5e book. And Githyanki are not. And if they're in and Dragonborn aren't, I'm gonna be a little pissed.
What if tomorrow they come out and they're like, listen. What's today's date? October 7th. Like, listen, a month from now,
Sorry about that.
November 7th, you'll get Dragonborn. But then they put a maybe.
Maybe. Guess what? I will be here next week bitching about it. That's what.
Richie got a problem with Larian? He bitches about it here.
Yeah. And then class-wise, I'm very excited for some of the new classes to get added. I really want Barbarian because you could literally make your character green, and I'm gonna make the Hulk.
Nice.
We talked about how we can make the Avengers.
Yeah, you actually can. You totally can do it. Like once everything's in the game, you can have a Barbarian just be completely green man and be Hulk. Yeah, I have a. What was the lightning guy, Rob? Was it Tempest Cleric?
Oh.
The
Oh.
lightning guy?
Yeah, we needed a Thor. I forgot who it was. I think like
It was
there's
dwarf Tempest Cleric.
yeah, that's if they add Tempest Cleric though, because there's no
I
Tempest
mean, we
Cleric
could
yet.
also do, that's also just like a normal D&D team you could run. You do Human
Yeah.
Artificer, that's Iron
Yeah,
Man.
and then Artificer, play Iron Man, and then Captain America is just a fighter with a shield.
Yeah. And you don't got to worry about anyone else.
Yeah, and then
Fuck
no
the
one
rest of
else
those
really
No one,
matters.
no one else counts.
No one cares about the rest.
Fuck the rest of them.
Hawkeye could be a ranger and do nothing, just like in the movies.
I like what they did with Ranger in this game, actually. Really
Yeah,
interesting.
there's a critique actually. See, you know, we're talking a lot about this because it's the new hotness. I've heard a problem with the Ranger as of right now is a lot of their spells are range spells.
Yes.
So all the like melee options they give you in creation, like Ranger Knight and all that shit, you don't get much support for it besides click the button and do the attack roll.
Hmm.
They're gonna do it up.
I mean, you hope.
Yep. I have big hopes. I also hope Wizards is taking notes because that's how you fucking change Ranger. For
Yeah,
the
interesting is that they have a completely different way of doing favorite enemy and natural explorer, which I wonder if Wizards of the Coast like gave them this to do and is like a prelude to how they're going to change Ranger.
That is my
Hmm.
hope.
And actually, in my opinion, it's very neat what they did.
It would work really well, I think.
Basically, like favorite enemy, it's not just like a flat damage bonus and like bonus to survival checks to track them. It's like it gives like proficiencies and like some other benefits that aren't like, you know, just like get a proficiency in this. Like I think like one of them was like, what was it, Bounty Hunter? Like
Yeah.
you get like a proficiency in something and like advantage on like all checks to restrain, which is like very cool. If you think about like bounty hunting,
Mhm.
Get on the ground. Stop resisting.
there's like Ranger Knight, which gives you proficiency in like heavy armor, which Rangers don't normally get.
That's kind of comical. Just like picturing it in my brain.
Like there's a lot of other stuff too, and then the Natural Explorer too is pretty cool because like there was again same thing, like they give like proficiencies and like other bonus. I believe one gives you a spell even, like the Find Familiar spell, which is very neat. Yeah, I mean, game's good. Thumbs up. It's got the Camel seal of approval.
How's
Well, at
your,
least this Camel seal of approval.
It's got this camel seal of approval too.
I mean, we approved of Divinity Original Sin 2, so we basically approve of this game.
because it's basically the same game.
It's basically the same game. Oh yeah, no, I was talking about classes real quick. Yeah, I'm excited for classes. Barbarian's not in the game. That will be really cool. Druid, I am psyched for. Oh god, I want Druid so bad. I want to
Once
see how
again,
they do it.
Just to reiterate, you're telling you haven't actually read that they said they're going to put any of this in the game.
No, they're going to put the classes.
Oh, okay.
It's the races.
No,
I'm
they
not
said
sure
they're
about.
putting all
Okay.
classes.
Yeah, no, they're putting all the classes and
You say that,
Artificer.
but I didn't know if you were just speculating.
All the classes and what? Sorry, you cut out.
And Artificer, which is
Oh.
technically a core class now. But
Yep.
psyched for Druid,
Yo.
dude. Same with Paladin. I'm excited for Paladin, Druid, no Barbarian, Bard isn't in the game, Sorcerer isn't in the game, and all that shit should be very cool.
Monk.
Yeah, Monk. Hopefully they make Monk good. Not
This
to
thing
shit
is
on
good.
your Monk character.
Flying monks are bad. Was just something I wasn't. when I
Monks are kind of not good
Okay, cool.
in late game 5th edition.
But we're not in late game, so don't worry about it.
That's true. We're not in late game. And don't worry, the game will never get to late game. It's like this game, we
He
level
hasn't quit yet.
Huh?
I said you say that, but he hasn't quit running it yet.
Yeah, it's true. Maybe we get to late game.
I mean, you guys are what I would call mid.
What are we, 7?
Yeah.
I mean, I think mid game is like 8 to 14. 14 might be pushing late.
But,
Usually once you get that second ability score increase and you get like a feat, because usually people pick up feats at level 8, it's usually when I classify it as mid game.
How was your week beyond that?
Oh, beyond that, just work, school, a lot of school work, which I have to do, that I put off doing because I'm a horrible person.
Do it sometimes while you're playing Tarkov.
Yeah, I do. I made sure to do all my work for today,
Nice.
like yesterday and before we sat down today.
Intelligent.
That being said, I still have a lot to do, but it can be done on other days. It's not like due tonight at midnight. It's due Friday at midnight, so, you know.
There you go.
Time management. It's a skill. Learn it.
I'll go into my week then.
Sure, if you want to. I don't have anything interesting to talk about, so.
I don't have terribly much to say. I've mostly been working. We got a big order, so I'm gonna be doing overtime like this entire week. And what else was interesting? I caught up on The Boys. I can't really discuss it because no one else watches it.
Watch it. There will be a day where I watch it, and then we
And
can
then
talk.
we'll have discussions about it. It's
Unfortunately, I have other shit to watch, so it's gonna be a little while.
yeah. I have to watch that new Netflix thing, the sequel to Haunting of Hill House. I can't wait for that.
What comes out in 2 days? I'm very
Yep.
excited.
Oh, I also started watching Evil, which is very, very good. The premise for that Evil, the premise for it is basically for I can't remember if she's prosecution or defense, but basically a court psychologist, determining if people are crazy or not, gets hired by a priest who needs help determining if people are faking being possessed, and it goes in a lot of ways that you wouldn't expect. It's basically like kind of like a crime show.
Oh, God. Is this the show with the dude that was Luke Cage?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, okay. I know what you're talking about. I never saw it, but I know what you're talking about.
Big recommends. It's very good.
That's cool.
And I also, of course, recommend The Boys, as I've said before.
This is really
recommend it
like
again.
fucked up of me. Sorry,
Uh-huh.
not to cut you off. Maybe this is really fucked up of me, but whenever I know the show you're talking about, and I just Googled it really quick just to refresh my memory. Whenever I see a show like that and it's on something like CBS, I just kind of assume that it might be doo-doo. And then I just like don't give it a shot, And I know that's very ignorant of me, because I know things like Hannibal and shit were good. Like people say that was good, and I just never watched it.
Mhm.
So I don't know. I never really gave that a fair shake. So it's interesting to me that you're saying it's good.
I'm watching it on Netflix, so.
That's where it originated. So
Yeah. I think, you know what? As much as that may be like a closed-minded thing, I think it's something that you kind of have to do today, because there's just too much shit, like all over the place. You got to be kind of like judgmental and shut things off, otherwise you'll never have time.
I'm having a problem right now. There's like way too many things to watch.
Yeah.
Just watching Lovecraft Country, and then that fucking Haunting of Bly Manor comes out in 2 days, and I gotta watch Better Call Saul, and there's just like, whoo, it's a lot.
Yeah. The other thing I did was Tuesday I shot my gun with Richie here, and Matt and Sean made a surprise appearance to shoot the guns.
Wow.
That surprised me, honestly.
Yeah. I basically
shocking.
pitched it to him. I was just randomly like, "Hey, if you ever would like to try shooting my gun, let me know." And then he was like, "You know what? Maybe." And I was like, "We're going this day. Me, Richie, and Matt. You should come." And he was on board, and it was done that quick. And he only almost shot himself in the face. That wasn't great, but beyond that,
There was a moment, and me and Anthony looked at each other. And we're like, "Woo!" Where it was unloaded.
yeah,
But you always treat the gun like it is loaded. And he was like looking at it, and he pointed it right at his face.
and Matt was right there to like bat it out of his hands. We were just like, "Oh
I'm
my
like-
god!"
I'm like face palming a little bit. That's horrifying.
Yeah, imagine being there. It was.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, but
He was holding the Glock. That shit has like
Yeah.
no safety.
nope, literally designed to not. But yeah, that was exciting. I think we all had a good time. It's funny to just watch my Discord transform, like all my private messages, to from like occasional "Hey, how you doing? Oh, check out this game," to now it's just like gun listing, gun listing, gun listing. Just between all of my friends.
My
But
friend,
yeah.
trust me.
Right before we started recording, me and Anthony were talking about a gun.
Yep.
I turn on Discord now, and all I see is gun memes, and it's like all my friends are in a hobby I couldn't give less of a fuck about, so I just can't talk to them about it, and it feels good, man.
Anytime you can come.
Join us.
I know I
Join
can
us.
come. That doesn't change the fact that I don't give a fuck about gun memes.
Fair.
We need a meme channel that I can
There
use.
you go. Yeah, you can make
So
one.
you guys can put the shit I'll actually laugh at in the actual meme channel.
There you go. But yeah, that was essentially my week.
I've been looking at getting a bolt action rifle, and I'm sweating at the price, but
Yeah.
mainly because the fucking scope costs almost as much as the gun.
More than the gun, depending on which gun you're looking at.
Yeah, it's kind of. But that's also that's if I wanted to go to a range that was out to like 1,000 yards.
Yeah.
Like I don't need to get something that powerful.
I think that range, even the long range one, I think it only goes out to 100, 150 maybe? The one that we go to? I gotta check for sure, but yeah, we would be gearing for something that we will never use. But at the same
I mean, you
time,
could always just drive. You
yeah,
drive to a longer range.
but at the same time, if you're gonna buy the gun, that's what it's made for. So like, why wouldn't you? Because it's not like it prevents you from shooting closer. Anyway, we're getting off topic here. My week is
Little bit.
done. Brandon, go.
Cool. Let me talk about my very exciting week. I played a bunch of Tarkov.
You could do it in real life with us.
Yeah, no. I actually literally can't, actually, unless you guys want to be criminals. That's not how that works. What else did I do?
You could just speak Russian and be a gun nut. It's basically Tarkov. It's like if the
No.
scav never left the hideout.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what about all the like doing raids and like shooting at people and like eating Tashanka?
Listen,
naked in a corner crying?
I'm
That-
not a predictor of the future, but maybe it's coming.
Yeah, I'll pass. So I did that, and then what the fuck else did I do? Oh, I watched more Lovecraft Country. It's okay. And I'm like 5 episodes in. It's not.
Is that the hot take? It's okay.
Yeah. Well, how far are you?
I haven't. I've only watched the first episode.
All right. Well, keep going. It's okay.
Uh-oh.
I'll say. It's not bad. I'm just not like.
Oh
Is
yeah,
it
you're
like-
saying okay. You're not
All
saying
right.
bad.
Is it okay because the story sucks, or is it okay? Just like what do you mean okay?
I can't say it without spoiling things, but like I just think it has some pacing issues, and I
Okay.
think that it has some pacing issues, and there are some story elements in the way the writing is delivered that I think is a bit of an oof. Like the first 2 episodes are cool. The third episode isn't bad, and then you get to like 4 and 5, and it starts getting a little just rough. I don't really know how else to explain it without spoiling things. I just don't like the way it's delivered. There are things that happen like really quickly and are kind of very shittily done, in my opinion. It's not a bad show. I honestly don't know if I'd recommend it or not because it's not like blowing my mind, but it's okay. I think you'll see what I'm saying when you get to like episode 4 and 5. Other than that, I played my week is so unexciting. I worked on the shit that I've been working on, but I haven't finished it. I finished Devil May Cry 1 because I got the DMC HD collection on Steam when it went on sale. And boy howdy, is that game. That game is still pretty good, but a lot of those narrative elements in the first Devil May Cry do not hold up. And there are some fucking S tier
Did you fill her dark soul with light?
like early 2000s dialogue cringe in there. It's kind of rough. Fuck, I think there's something I'm missing, but whatever. It's probably clearly not important enough for me to talk about. That was pretty much my week. I've been doing the same shit I always do. Very exciting, and I don't leave my house. Unlike these guys to shoot their guns.
The goons. All right,
Filthy
so
liberal.
yeah, are you some sort of liberal judging me and my guns? All right, let's get rolling with a Robbie led intro here. We got the Power Rangers, GI Joe, Transformers, D&D.
Yes. I came upon this while I was just scrolling through some D&D stuff, and I was like, wait, you have to be kidding me. There is the game studio called Renegade Game Studio is partnering with with Hasbro actually. And
That
they've
makes
announced-
sense. That's all their IPs.
Yeah, and they're like, we're making a D&D 5e system based game for Power Rangers, GI Joe, Transformers, jumping on that train that D&D has started since quarantine, getting even more popular since people are stuck at home not doing anything. They're jumping on this and being like, we can do it too. Look, guys. They're expecting to have in the demo, A demo will be October 9th to 11th, 2021.
I call the White Power Ranger.
I don't like how you said white there.
What?
But
What'd you say?
I don't like how
you say?
I said I don't like how you said white there.
Yeah?
Yeah, you were like I called the White Power Ranger.
I mean, he's the White Power Ranger, and I call him.
You call him?
He calls upon his white powers.
Yeah.
I was gonna make a joke, but I can't.
I don't know who's gonna play the Black Power Ranger, but
But you watch your step. We don't need no uppity rangers around
are.
here.
See what
we're
happens,
into
folks?
something here.
See what happens when you start shooting your guns? You see what happens? See what happens?
Oh Jesus.
But yeah, that's the big premise of it, is that they're making a bunch of new tabletop RTGs based on 5e's system, but with these new covers.
can I be honest?
I
I
forgot
couldn't give less of a shit about Power Ranger tabletop.
Yeah, I mean, I agree.
Oh, are any of
No, it's
those? Do any of those sound? What about GI Joe is strange because I don't know. Even as a kid, like GI Joe
I'd
is
be
just
the
like,
ninja guy. I
That's
just want to be the
that's
ninja
the
guy.
only Joe
I wanna be
anyone
the
cares
ninja guy.
about. Snake Eyes all day, every day. Transformers could be cool, I think, and that's not just because I'm a slave to anything with robots in it. It's partially because of it, but it's not only because of that.
My Little Pony. You guys aren't excited for
Was
My
that
Little
an
Pony?
option?
Yeah.
Oh, no,
Wait,
no.
for real?
My Little Pony, dude.
What the fuck?
You're not excited to make your own homebrew pony
You
and
could be the
roleplay?
white power
No,
pony.
I'm not. Just because I
Yeah.
picture everyone who is doing that, and it disgusts me. In an unrelated note,
Another broody
I'm
that
multitasking right now, and I just got
off My Little Pony stuff.
no. I'm doing a scav run real quick.
Oh wow, look at this guy.
Yeah,
playing-
not. I'm not really caring about the audio, so that's I have it really low. But I scavved interchange with 40 minutes.
Wow.
That's a shocker. Good luck.
Oh, I'm gonna die. I'm just running into the mall, going right to Tech Light just so I could die.
Godspeed.
Anyway, yeah, My Little Pony game. That's what I'm looking forward to.
The fuck could the classes possibly be?
No,
Sunshine Bear. I don't know.
Yeah, that's
you getting
you
to
nailed it.
speculate. 'Cause I couldn't give less of a shit.
all right. Moving on? Question mark.
Yeah.
Steve from Minecraft is your next
Howdy, was-
Smash character.
Don't
Oh
miss shit.
my god. This brings us back to the
Another
first-
sword fighter. Jesus Christ.
Is he really?
He has a sword.
Yeah,
He also fights with a goddamn minecart or whatever the fuck.
yeah.
The joke is another sword fighter because he can pull out like a Minecraft sword.
Yes.
Hence the joke. This was a bit of a calamity. Not in the sense that like I care, like whatever. Like if you're a fan of like I think it's fine.
Yeah,
It's Steve from
honestly,
Minecraft.
yeah, he's a
Like-
fairly okay pick, honestly. I mean, it's a big ass game. It's like, I mean, even all of us, we've touched it before and we had fun with, Minecraft. It's a cultural phenomenon. It makes sense.
Yeah,
and
like why is it not worthy of its representation in a game like Smash that's clearly become
and
just
thank
kind of a
God he has a move
celebration
set.
of all-
He's not another fucking clone. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. But it was a bit of a calamity from what I understand because I watched a few videos about this and apparently like as per usual when something gets announced for Smash there's always the very vocal subsets of the community that are like fuck this.
No.
Like, why is Steve from Minecraft in here? Why wasn't it Dante? And like look, I'd be way more excited if it was Dante, but I'm also not mad about it being Steve. You know?
Yeah,
Every
I'll save
Minecraft
my
fan-
anger for like default Fortnite skin. When that gets in, that's when I'll be
yeah.
mad.
I guess. But everyone who plays Smash that also is like a Minecraft fucking fanboy is like losing their shit right now. And like you got to be happy for those people, you know.
On the flip side of a potential Fortnite rep, then at least I'll be able to shoot Mario with a scar, and that's kind of funny in and of itself.
That's why a Fortnite rep won't make it in.
You're right. And we already
really
have a
thought
guy.
about
We have
that.
a guy with a pickaxe now too, so it's like
True.
Guns and like characters with guns have always been kind of a weird point of contention. Hence why like Snake never really pulls out a gun. He just
no,
shoots
it's always like
rockets.
rockets or grenades or something, mines.
And I thought about that in terms of like Dante, where I was like, everyone wants him to be in, but he also has like Ebony and Ivory and shit. So like he's essentially doing the Devil May Cry version of shooting Mario in the face with like a Glock or whatever. So do you think he'd even have that in his moveset if not gets released?
I don't think so. I think he may have like I could see his shotgun becoming a melee move. You know, where it's like there's no projectile, but the blast cone is like a hitbox.
Oh, like he does like Firecracker, like when he spins it. Yeah. There's
or even
that.
just like a forward shot being like his side B. Nah, that'd probably be Stinger. What am I even joking about?
They can really get around that by just giving him one of the weirder guns. Like they give him like Nightmare.
Yeah.
Or like Nevin as a ranged option or something like that. And then you dance around the fact of, or the possibility of putting bullets into Mario's mouth.
I kind of like the idea of putting bullets into Mario's mouth,
Yeah.
though.
And it doesn't
Why?
count.
Just execute a Pikachu.
Shoot Pokemon Trainer in the face.
Anyways,
What's up,
Minecraft and
10-year-old Blam?
I'm not angered by Steven's Smash. Well, honestly, that looked kind of cool. I don't know if you guys saw the trailer, but like it's a very true to Minecraft kind of moveset that he's doing. I kind of like it, to be honest.
Unrelated, real time. I just ran into TechLight, grabbed a graphics card, went right to Emercom. Got it.
Nice.
Not news, Richie. That is nice though. But it's not news.
I mean, I'm in kind of the similar camp. Like I never wanted Steve in Smash, but you know, the fact that he's in, he actually seems like a pretty good character. And you know, the question of like who deserves to be in, which is a very weird thing to even say out loud. It's like he's not what I wanted, but you know, it's not a waste of a slot. I think instead of like another goddamn Fire Emblem character or something, and not that Fire Emblem's not worthy of slots or even multiple slots, but it just got a little sickening towards the end there.
Yeah. It's been a rumor that Steve was going to be in the game for like ages now, and then I think people just kind of gave up on it because it never happened, and it turns out that the rumors were true. It just took them forever.
So Goku's next, right?
Yeah.
Obviously.
Definitely.
And Sora. According to everyone's wants and desires. And then when Dante makes it instead, all the Kingdom Hearts fanboys will be like, who the fuck is this?
Are there any Kingdom Hearts fans left after 3?
Oh my god, of course there are. Are you kidding me?
Alright, fair enough.
100%.
Alright, moving on. Silent Hill 4 is back.
Yeah, this was a bit of a shocker. Konami continuing on the train of putting games on GOG. They've released Silent Hill 4 on GOG. And everyone and their mother collectively groaned and went, why isn't it 2 or 3? And then we all remembered the reason why it's not 2 is because they like straight up lost the source code for that, which is why the HD collection is such a piece of shit.
Yep.
At least that's my speculation.
Well, that's if they're gonna go on PC, you know it's going to be the HD one.
Maybe not. I mean, like we didn't get it's like there's an ancient PC version of Silent Hill 2 that does exist.
Oh, they just bring that to GOG then?
Bro, I mean, apparently the MGS and MGS2 ports aren't that great. Like
That's
the MGS port really done up. Like it still requires a fan patch to get rid of certain bugs with the port, because it is literally just a rip of an ancient PC version of Metal Gear Solid
Jesus
that
Christ.
existed many years ago, and they just shuffled it to GOG. So from what I see, I went on GOG and I looked at the reviews for the room, for Silent Hill 4 The Room, and apparently the game is good on GOG. It doesn't have many issues. I'm considering getting it because I would kind of like to play it.
Konami
I hope-
continues to do okay.
Yeah, I hope Konami continues this trend and puts more shit onto GOG. I would like Silent Hill 2 or Silent Hill 3. I think that would be really sick. If Silent Hill 2 shows up on GOG, I will wonder what sorcery they did to get that to happen, because I'm almost 100% sure that what I said is correct. I believe that was the reason why a lot of the Silent Hill 2 assets in the HD collection were fucked up, is because they straight up lost OG versions of Silent Hill 2 and like bits of the source code. So if they managed to get a version of it onto GOG, I would question how they made that happen, but I'd be very happy if they did.
From what I hear, they used to be just a tradition in Japan. Like the game went gold, and it's like, all right, we're done, and then they just hit the delete button.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah.
Wow, not very forward thinking at all.
No. To be fair, I think even if you went to us like 10 years ago, like not even like very far back, like 10 years ago, and we're like, yo, the newest craze is going to be buying games that are just a generation old with like better textures for almost full price. Actually, wait, what are the price of games right now? Yeah, full price currently. It's going to be more expensive in the future. We would be like, what? No one would buy that. And it turns out a lot of people will buy that.
Yeah. Though in current day and age, they're not quite full price when we get these remasters sometimes.
Right. I'm thinking back 10 years ago.
Nah, I know what you're saying. Like when they first started doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm pretty sure when Silent Hill HD Collection and like Metal Gear HD Collection came out, those might have been $60 for those bundles. I don't remember 100%, but yeah. Anyway, I'm interested in this and I'm happy about it. I would like Silent Hill 2 or 3 to come out. You know, on second thought, it's not shocking to me that companies in Japan would do something that strange when we're also talking about the same country where companies who make fighting games are in a constant state of refusing to put rollback into their fighting games simply because a Japanese person did not develop it.
Yep.
So, you know, maybe it's not that crazy, and that's just hard facts.
A little side story that I'm actually going to squeeze in here. Speaking of going gold, Cyberpunk has finally gone gold, which what that means
Oh.
is not go gold as in sales. A lot of people confuse that. Gold means they finished version 1.0 of the game. Like, so it is officially 100% done.
You bringing that up reminded me what I wanted to talk about, and I completely forgot during my week. Can I fit that in here
Sure,
really
yeah,
quick?
yeah.
It's kind of related. I bought my computer.
Oh, nice.
My new computer. I'm excited about it. I'm a little miffed because literally today I read an article that's like, hey, fuckface, Intel just announced their 11th gen CPUs are coming next year. And I'm like, what the fuck?
No,
man?
but see, that's the thing, dude. It's
I literally, it's the same thing. I just
next
got the,
year there will always be something new. Every single year.
I just built a computer. I just built a computer with a 20 series card. Now it's like, hey, look, 30 series. Like,
I can't get it in my mind that I like should have waited, because no matter what I did, new shit was coming. Like I knew new AMD shit was coming, but I didn't mind that much because I was like, whatever. It'll probably just be like keeping up with the 10900K that I bought in my fucking computer. But like, it's just annoying to buy an Intel series fucking processor and then see an article that's like, oh yeah, the new shit's coming next year. Don't upgrade yet. And I'm like, what the fuck, man? I just literally just did it. But whatever. I was in a hard, and the reason why I bring this up, and it's not in my week, but it's here instead, is because Anthony just brought up Cyberpunk, and I did it because I don't remember if I mentioned this on the podcast last week, but I figured out that my computer cannot run Cyberpunk because I don't have Windows 10. And you might be thinking, well, why not just upgrade your computer to Windows 10? The last time I did that, my computer got a horrendous memory leak because there was some kind of confliction with fucking Windows 10 in my rig, and I couldn't figure out what it was. So that option is kind of rough for me. So I just bought a whole new rig since the new graphics cards came out anyway.
There you go.
Yep.
Enjoy.
And that's that.
Enjoy stepping your foot. I feel like, at least for me, I'm still running like a 980, and I got like an old i5. I feel like it's gonna be like buying a new computer again. Did you get like? Are you looking into other crazy stuff like upgrading your monitor and shit like that?
Well, I want to. I haven't looked into it yet, but I have time because they're not shipping my computer until like the 27th of this month
Jesus.
anyway. So I'm not really concerned about looking at new monitors yet, but I might. I very likely will. If I don't do it before it comes, then it's like whatever. I'll be stuck at like 1080p and 60, but my games will look nice
It'll be
and they'll run it
4K.
Right. I mean, like if I don't
Downscaling.
So I don't know. I'm excited about it though. It's a relatively beefy computer. It's much beefier, I think, than what my computer was, even for the time when I got it, like 6 years ago. So I won't go into specifics about the parts because nobody wants to hear about that shit. But I'm excited about it.
Did you just one question? Did you go with the Lian Li or the P500?
I got the P500. It just made
Nice.
more. I really wanted the fucking 011 dynamic because it looks so nice. Like I just like the sleek glass look of it. And supposedly the air cooling was good, as I had shown you, but I was like, it just makes sense. Like if I'm getting an air cooled rig, I should just get the air cooled case.
Yeah.
The case revolving around air cooling and airflow, as opposed to getting the one that's doesn't revolve around it, but is still good at it. Like it just doesn't make sense. Especially when I'm the only one looking at the fucking computer on a consistent basis. Like, what do I give a fuck?
No, if anything, that's why you would do it, because you look at it every day. It's you. But I think the 500A still looks really nice.
It does. That's the other thing too. It's like I don't mind the way it looks. It's not ugly or anything. There's some fuck ugly PC cases out there.
Sure are.
I found in my days of research.
You know what picture I'm putting up right here on the podcast, right?
Oh, the jet engine fucking.
Yep.
Yeah.
Maybe even my particular edit version of it. All right.
Wrong, man. You don't think? Oh God, no. Oh, no. You don't think the jet fucking cockpit PC is real beautiful? You think it's fuck ugly?
It's great. I love that it isn't even like a full case, and there's just giant gaps for whatever to go in and out. That's what cooling is, right? Anyway, let's move on.
You're a hater of my jet PC. God.
Anyway,
Oh no.
yes. To our next news story: partial uninstalls to fit games in the next-gen console, specifically the Series X. I don't see why, software-wise, other people can't start to adopt this, but hooray! Basically,
it's a neat concept.
Yeah, games are too fucking big because for whatever reason, when you download a game, you get all the languages and all the texture packs and all this crap that you're potentially never going to use, and it makes them gigantic. Also, let's uncompress all audio files forever. But now it's going to be an optional feature that you could just uninstall large parts of your games, make the most out of your storage space. Finally, consoles can choose. Remember way back in the day when you went to install something and there's just check boxes of do you want to also install this, this, and this? It's coming to consoles.
It's ancient shit, though.
Yeah.
You feel fucking old. Ancient days of PC gaming.
We are ancient men.
I'm getting there. Really getting there. I could see this being really cool for things like and they mentioned specifically, I don't know if you said this or not, so if I'm repeating you, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
But they mentioned that it's completely up to developers as to whether or not they even utilize this as an option. So there could be games that don't let you do this at all. But I could see it being kind of cool if it's like, oh, I got the new Call of Duty for my Xbox, and then like you put it in and you play the story mode, and then you finish it like once, and you're like, all right, now I'm only probably ever gonna play multiplayer, so I can just uninstall all the campaign content and save like 20 gigs off my fucking hard drive, or my SSD rather. That's I like that. It's a neat idea. I know I ran into space issues on my Xbox One back when they were new, just like installing games and then being like, even back then, I filled my hard drive up real fucking quick. So it's a neat idea.
It's a good idea, I think. Next news story, Spiderman.
Spiderman, what's the Spiderman news?
It's getting a new movie, Spider-Man 3 Jolts, with Jamie Foxx returning as Electro. What?
Would we like
interesting
big brain theory here?
Cool. Yes, I have a tinfoil hat theory
All right,
about
everyone
this.
say your tinfoil hat theories here.
I don't have one. Richie has
No,
one.
I do.
Richie.
So, tinfoil hat, put it on. I think it's a strong possibility that them bringing back Jamie Foxx to play Electro links in some way the Garfield Spider-Man, the Amazing Spider-Man, to Tom Holland Spider-Man, and that it's definitely possible that we see Jamie Foxx as Electro in some type of Spider-Verse movie. Like, there's now a villain that has the same actor that could be played in like both universes. Like, it just to me it seems like that's what they're prepping for. Like, they're like, let's put in the guy, he's the same actor, he was in that other Spider-Man movie. Maybe we could get a Spider-Verse movie and like have that character then be in that movie.
You don't think it's just, but on the flip side, it could not be that at all, and it could just be them making a cute little nod to the character that Jamie Foxx once played in a completely different movie by just saying, "Hey, let's bring him back and give him a second go at it."
Listen, I said tinfoil hat theory, but
I know, I'm just saying.
But it's definitely possible. It's possible, and it might not even be like Tom Holland Spider-Verse movie. It could be like another movie they do with maybe a Miles Morales Spider-Man or something.
You think anyone's gonna cut? Listen, I'd be down for a Miles Morales. I actually wasn't really aware of like I knew Miles Morales Spider-Man was a thing, obviously, especially from like Into the Spider-Verse and like the new game that's coming out and shit like that. But I wasn't like fully aware of what made him distinct as like a Spider-Man. And now that I've seen it and I understand it, I really like Miles Morales. I think it's very fucking cool rendition of Spider-Man. So I'd be totally down for a fucking Miles Morales MCU movie. That being said, I don't know if that's what they're doing.
Never know.
It could just be a cute little like, hey, you guys remember when Jamie Foxx played Electro? Listen, all I'm telling you is that no one at Disney is writing a check for Andrew Garfield to come back. Okay, that's all I'm saying.
They wanted a nod. I mean, Jamie Foxx, good actor and everything, but why can't they just get William Dafoe to be Green Goblin again? That's all I'm saying.
No, that would be awesome. Or that guy that played what do you call it? The holy fuck, I'm brain farting hard. Help me.
Dr. Octopus?
No, Daily Bugle guy. The dude from Whiplash that played huh?
He was in it already.
Yeah.
Oh, in what?
He was in the last Spider-Man movie.
Yep.
As a cameo.
As
J. Jonah Jameson. Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't know that because I haven't seen it.
I need pictures.
Parker.
Okay, well, once again, that's just a little nod to a guy. So, well, this is the same thing then. It's literally the same thing.
Well, no, because that was a cameo. This is a casting.
Casting,
Okay,
cameo. It's just the length of time a person is casted. But yeah, I get what you mean. It's this is going to be front and center, not like a stinger teaser at the end type of thing. Which honestly, like that happened, and then like nothing came of that. So it's gonna be interesting to see. The Stinger teaser, unlike most movies where it's kind of like a gag thing, or hey, what's the next movie gonna be out? It was kind of like a major thing happened at the end of that Stinger. So that'll be interesting to see how that resolves.
I just want my fucking Venom 2 movie so they could put Tom Holland on screen with Tom Hardy.
Yeah,
The Toms.
still will kind of be shocked if that happens. That's got to be the plan. But like, I don't know. That shit is so strange the way they're handling it.
You'll only get that movie if you stream it on a PlayStation 5.
Stop. Please stop.
Streaming only on PlayStation Now.
And if you stream Venom 2 through PS Now, you'll get Venom in the Avengers.
Oh,
But only on your PlayStation.
gross.
Suck my fucking cock. What?
Continuing with the movie news, there was a trailer for the Monster Hunter movie, and boy,
I didn't even watch it.
well, it's kind of like a teaser. I could literally explain the entire thing to you right now. There's sand, and it says "Big is coming." That's what they decided to make the tagline for some stupid reason.
What?
Milla
Big is coming.
Jokavich is on a minigun on a Humvee. There are two other people, generic actors, and lady driving the Humvee. Out of the sand, actually kind of a surprise, Black Diablos, who then cuts to flipping a Humvee, probably a different Humvee, I would imagine, but you never know. And yeah, it looks goddamn stupid. Marines shouldn't be fighting Monster Hunter monsters, and the CGI looks not great. And that's the entire thing. It's just
Listen, Milla Jovovich needs a paycheck too, all right?
yeah, provided directly by her husband, who is the director of all these movies.
No one's cutting Andrew Garfield checks, but
Why-
her husband is cutting her checks
Why-
on a
why-
consistent basis.
Why is Capcom decided like you get to do all of our game movies?
I mean, this was we can kind of include this in this story. I see that we actually don't have it here, and maybe that's because I didn't post it. But I find it really interesting that Capcom is just like constantly having this guy make really shitty movies on their properties, but they also have like a completely unique Resident Evil movie being made for Netflix right now, like live action. Do you guys see that? They have a fucking live action Netflix movie that's being made. It's a Resident Evil movie. They showed the casting for every character. Like Leon's in it, Chris is in it. There's someone playing Jill and Claire, and like they're all cast. And it has nothing to do with the cinematic movies because why would it?
And it has
Those
nothing
movies
to
suck.
do with the CG one that's coming out too.
Yeah. So like, and yet they're having this dude make a really shitty Monster Hunter movie. Like, I'm not gonna watch this fucking movie, but I've never been more excited for an absolute piece of garbage to come out, so that I cannot watch it. But just read reviews about how bad it is. I'm gonna start a petition to get Red Letter Media to do a half in the bag for Monster Hunter.
Oh God.
They're not gonna.
Well,
do
they
it,
did the Resident
but-
Evil movies.
They
Kinda.
did. That's true. Kind
So
of.
they could ride that chain less because of like Capcom video games, but more because Milla Jokavich and her husband's terrible movies. So there's a chance. Cross your fingers.
It's pronounced
Also,
Milla Jokavich.
it also
Okay.
it also helps that like all
Alcohol.
movies are canceled. So it's like, what else do they have to look at?
Fair enough.
This garbage.
For example, Dune. You're not going to be seeing that. Push back.
Nope. Wow. What a segue, bro.
Yeah, that was good. I like
was
that one.
smooth.
Smooth.
Listen, you're not gonna be able to see Dune until like what is it? Like a full year?
Yeah,
now?
it is an entire year.
Jesus
got pushed back.
Christ. So this time next year you can see Dune, which means in the interim you should just watch Monster Hunter, the cinematic masterpiece.
I mean, there's both sands and monsters under the sand. Clearly,
Yep.
they're like the same movie.
Obviously, yeah. Same depth and complexity to the characters.
Both starring Milla Jokavich.
Yep. God, I wish Milla Jokavich was in Dune. But the only movies she makes now are these shitty movies that her husband puts her in.
Yeah, I never thought she was that terrible, honestly. It's just the movies or schlock is the thing.
Did
Oh, could
her
you
own
imagine?
husband fuck her own career up? Like, is that what happened? Where it's like he just puts her in all these movies and no one will hire her for anything else, so we
I
don't
mean,
see her in anything
you're
ever again.
still getting a paycheck. I mean, so it's not ruined. It's just,
Not great.
yeah, I don't know.
But you know what I mean
Maybe
when I
it's
say
like
ruin, like
it's a
you're,
power
you're...
dynamic in the relationship if you really want to get Freudian on it, you know.
God.
I'll keep her forever if I just
My
if I just
movies.
lock her to my shit movies. She'll never leave me.
We
She'll
know.
never
Well,
be
we all
able to
know
repeat.
Hollywood's a piece of shit. It's like the best way to make sure some producer doesn't fuck her is if I'm fucking her in my movies.
Right, yeah.
Do
I
you think
we're
they
on
go to
something.
bed every night and he's like, "So you want the part, huh?"
Dude. Yes, that's absolutely. It's a hostage marriage.
Oh god. But it goes the other way too, because she's probably like, "You're never gonna get anyone even half as good as me to star in any of this crap that you're putting together."
No, it's like, even though she's not exactly A-list anymore, it's like, you know, it would be a veritable cast of no names without Jokavich.
Mm-hmm.
Jokavich.
Is he
Yeah,
ever
correct me.
A-list?
Milla Jokavich. I don't know. I really don't know. There was
I
a
don't-
period of time.
I don't think she was
stuff.
ever A-list.
She was in things other than Resident Evil movies.
Oh yeah, I mean
back.
but I don't know if I'd call her A-list. She's no fucking Clooney. Like,
all right. I mean,
Well, even
do either
B-list is
either I
better
or
than
you-
Capcom movies, right? Like,
do either I or you remember anything she was in other than Resident Evil movies? Could we name one right
Element.
now?
oh
Yeah,
yeah,
that's a good
Fifth
point.
Element was great.
Other than Fifth Element, anything
Oh.
else? I remember
oh wait,
one.
she was in that. She was in that Alien movie, right? The one that
It
was like in
literally-
Alaska or
literally-
some shit.
Yes, I was about to say that. The one that frames itself as like a documentary, even though it's all fake.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It's like a mockumentary, if that would be the correct term for it.
Yeah, I guess. Fake-umentary, whatever. We'll make up terms.
There's-
It's fine.
The only things that are- Regardless, there was a career here. It's gone now. It's the wrong series.
Wrong developer to make movies out of.
The series I just made a joke from is even better than
Could
her
you
career.
imagine he does a Silent Hill movie and Milla Jokavich is
No,
just kung fu
stop.
kicking Pyramid Head?
Stop it. Stop it. Stop it right now. She's like running up his sword and shit and doing like sick flip.
My mistake, Red Pyramid thing.
Yeah.
All right. I can't segue away from this one. We just have
She,
to
like,
move on.
James Sunderland out of the lake. She, like, the OC. The OC fucking insert. She saves him and convinces
God.
him to change his ways.
Or it's like the scene from One when the fucking nurse is turning and she just grabs her and she's like, "You could fight it."
Stop going to that strip club, James. Stop it. I'm gonna go punch Pyramid Head now. Goodbye.
I'm gonna punch the concept of you fucking your comatose wife.
Sexual frustration. I'm gonna kick the shit out of them up and down this town. I can't be stopped.
Oh, Jesus
some
Christ.
High concept Silent Hill humor here.
Next is no one can get their 380s and 390s. We have to move on.
Okay.
Oh god, I can't. Someone fucking take this over.
Oh fuck. Hold on, let me pull up the article for details again. I don't remember how exactly what they said.
Oh, the supply is bad. I mean, we kind of anticipated it, but we know it's like on paper.
Video CEO Jensen Huang announced today that the company expects shortages for both graphics cards will continue to the remainder of the year. So, hey, if you're having trouble getting your graphics cards, you're going to continue having trouble getting 3080s and 3090s, potentially well into 2021.
I
don't know how this happened, to be completely honest with you. I saw in his statement he was also like, listen, even if we had properly accounted for this, it wouldn't have been possible. There would have been a shortage regardless. And I'm like, I don't know.
Well, no one apparently the demand this year, because of it's such a leap compared to other generations, it's like staggering. Like supposedly the order numbers for these like trounce even like 2080s, even the 10,000 series, which was like the other like really big jump. Which I mean, even the 20 series is it's been kind of outclassed now, but it was a big jump because that was the start of like dedicated RTX cores and stuff like that. So it's like this is bigger than all of it, and I bet you they didn't see that coming. It's something like it's the weird positive market hit of the coronavirus, where it's like people are indoors all the time, and it's like that upgrade that you were putting off is suddenly like that much more appealing, because it's like, yeah, that what else am I gonna do with my time?
Like we talked about this already, but it's also like to see him come out and be like, listen, even if we'd properly accounted for it, there was nothing we could do. There would have been a shortage regardless. And I'm sitting here like, but what about the botting that you totally admitted was a massive issue and potentially bought like 80 to 90% of all the cards that
Yeah,
even
that's
made
true.
it. So it's like you didn't account for that, and that's probably a big part of why people are like experiencing this massive shortage and can't get it to do what most people want to do with it, which is like, put in their computer and play a video game.
Oh,
Um,
a side related story to this that I didn't put down. Speaking of scalping of 3080s, MSI just got caught with their hand in the cookie jar, where they had like.
yeah, I heard about this, but I didn't read a whole article about it.
So
But I
essentially,
heard about
what's up is that they a lot of production companies have like vendors. So they have this like sub company that all they would do is sell old stock and refurbished stock and stuff, and that was all they did. Somehow they got their hands on new cards and they were listing it for $1,500. So
Wow.
a company under MSI was selling MSI cards for double market value, like double MSRP.
Wow.
And apparently, when the news came up, the chain MSI went to them and was like, "You're going to refund anyone who bought this either every single penny and get it back, or you're giving them every dollar over MSRP because you just delivered us what is a PR nightmare, and you're going
Yeah.
to fix it."
That's incredible.
Like, you are your own scalpers just happened.
Thanks.
So, and who knows, maybe that's happened in other places, but like smartly, not like the direct company that's under you, It's entirely possible that like half of these bots and scalpers, are kicking some money up to the manufacturers.
It's just a really fucked up launch of GPUs.
Boy,
from
howdy.
the beginning.
Yeah.
It's always something new. And the botting is like so kind of gross. Like to hear this guy come out and say what he's saying, and it's like, but you didn't do anything to stop it from being a clusterfuck. What if normal people had like gotten those cards in great amounts as opposed to the people running bots? I don't know.
Well,
Hey, all 5 of our viewers, give a shit if you need 3080s and 3090s. I didn't really have any trouble getting one from CyberPower. Though my computer is not shipping for like 3 weeks, but they are building me a computer with a 3080. So
yeah, honestly, I'm in a weird position because I really wanted to build my own, but I think vendors are the only ones that even have these things in stock, and I might
kind of
have
seems
to.
like it, dude. CyberPower had and I know you like your gigabyte shit. I think they had
do.
gigabyte 3080s before I checked out. I don't know if they do now.
We'll see.
I believe they
All
did.
I know is that I could put it on my Razer credit card.
My God, the segues are tight. so tight. I'm looking at segues. They're tight. Damn.
Razer branching out into the cutthroat market of gum and also credit cards.
I saw this and I was like, I don't know if anyone's gonna find this as funny as me, but I gotta put it in the Camel Cast thing. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. And it
Something
has
very
and
funny
it
to
has
me.
an LED on it.
That's a fucking LED, bro.
Razer credit card.
My RGB fucking credit card. What a bunch of badasses.
Do you think the APR financing is 1,337% or something?
They actually said, I think this was the part of the article that I was like, I rolled my eyes and I was like, wow, that's so corny. It's like technically you cannot obtain these credit cards yet, but they're apparently going to like beta test them or whatever and like hand them out to select people and get the people they're going to give them to.
You're joking.
What? Yeah, come on.
1,337 people?
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
That's what they're fucking doing. I couldn't believe it. Razer will begin rolling out the new credit card through their Razer FinTech technology arm, and right now it's only available for trial in Singapore, and for up to a very limited 1,337 people in total.
Jesus.
I couldn't believe it. I saw the article and I was like, what the fuck? First it's gum, now it's this. And it's got an LED.
Razer's branching out. They're like, we got that mouse game on lock. We got some keyboards, a couple of fight sticks. What else? Gum and credit cards.
God, that was funny. I had a good giggle when I scrolled down my newsfeed and I saw that.
Jesus Christ. I'm using a Razer mouse right now. I could have gotten 5% cash back.
I had coffee in my mouth, man. You gotta be careful.
Sorry.
That was close. I was about to say, I too am using a Razer peripheral. I have a Razer keyboard in front of me. Where's my Razer fucking I'm a heretic though. I have a Razer keyboard and a fucking SteelSeries mouse.
Wait, hold on. It's 5% cash back on things bought from the Razer store. Is the gum on the store?
I think it is.
Oh!
That's not where I got it, but yeah, I think it is.
Look at that. What a terrible deal. Like, how much Razer shit could you ever possibly buy? There's like a mouse pad, keyboard, and mouse, which you're only ever going to get one of for several years. I hope. And then gum, and like that's it. Like, what else are you getting 5% cash back on? How much Razer?
That's the thing, Anthony. You haven't seen what their plan is yet. How much more they're going to branch out. Soon you'll be able to buy groceries from Razer.com.
I was about to say, am I going to be able to pick up some Death Adder apples from the store?
Some Razer Chroma celery. It could be yellow if you'd like.
Maybe.
Because I love my frozen pizzas, but if it had more LEDs, I think I would enjoy it more. The red ones cook faster.
The DiGiorno up to Razer Synapse so you can control the cooking time.
Just updating your Razer Synapse. Can I get some Cheetos with game-ready drivers installed?
I gotta adjust the DPI on these Doritos to flying out of the bag.
Oh God!
Look at Rob trying to cut our sick jokes.
Yep.
There's only one news story.
Well, let's talk about it. Mortal Kombat.
Rob with the rush.
Rob with the. I'm done with this part of the.
I was.
But it's all about.
You're jealous of my overclocked groceries.
Yeah, clearly.
Yeah, clearly, that is the issue here.
Brandon, you gotta tell. I don't know about this DLC hint shit.
I'm still reeling from Rob.
Sandbagged.
Yeah, they put a teaser out. Apparently, there's more characters coming, and unfortunately, they're actually going to announce. I think they're showing them tomorrow. So by the time you
Yeah.
up this, everyone will know who the characters are.
Well,
But
I mean,
we
it's the
get
same
to
thing.
speculate.
Even with fucking Ryzen and like Big Navi and all that stuff is tomorrow, so it's like shit.
Yeah.
So by the time you're just go back and look at that stuff because that's out by the time you're listening to this.
We have a moment where we potentially, once again, for those listening, we are recording this the day before the characters are officially revealed, which means we have a moment to make predictions and see if we're right.
Steve from Minecraft.
Who's it going to be? All right. Well, that's
Hasn't
not,
it been
that's not-
rumored that Rambo or some shit?
There are 3 characters that are supposedly were supposedly data mined, and people are saying it's going to be Melina, Rain, and Rambo.
I'd be down to see Melina again.
I'm still kind of pissed that like Rain was like quasi playable and then never came out for X.
Yeah.
So I hope to God
Awkward.
that he's cheap when they put him into 11 because he was done 2 games ago. It just didn't let you have him.
He was like done in air quotes because they did the same thing with Tanya was in the campaign in X, but then when she actually came out in the combat pack, she was a very different character. Like her model was a little different, her moves were not the same. I don't know. I'm interested to see what this is. If the data mine of Melina, Rain, and Rambo is true, then like I guess that's kind of cool. I'm God. I've voiced opinions on MKX before or MK11 before on this podcast. Not a huge fan of it. The idea that they are putting my old main from MKX into the game is cool. It's unfortunate that they're doing it in a game that I don't like that much. Where she will not play the same way that she did before. Because the whole reason I liked Melina in X was she was like hyper aggressive and had an intense mix-up game and was very fast. And I liked that a lot, and I really fell in love with the character, which is why I spammed her as much as I did in X. And like I know she won't be like that in this game because of what the game is. And that sucks. But I don't know, maybe fucking I don't want to give them money either to have to play Melina, which also sucks because like I don't like the game that much. So like I was about to be like maybe I'll turn the game on when they put Melina out, but then I remembered like, oh, that's right. I have to purchase her.
Yep.
So maybe I won't.
Maybe
I don't
she's
know.
terrible and you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, I mean that's entirely possible. This is NetherRealm we're talking about. Their balance is not fantastic. This has been shown. This is known, Khaleesi.
That's
Not on
the
this podcast,
news.
Yeah.
That's the
Go
news.
around.
Kill me.
Thank you for listening. Please, for the love of
Bye.
Christ, comment for once. Okay,
Comment,
bye.
like, subscribe.
Yeah.
Nah, yeah, I mean,
I'm trying to fit
Do
another.
that.
Listen,
Do that
remember,
stuff.
comment, like, subscribe. I kill myself live on stream on our Patreon/OnlyFans.
only pay us. We only accept
Oh,
Razer
fuck
credit
that up.
cards.
I will accept Razer credit cards.
Except Razer brand groceries. Or PO box. Thank you.